This week on Utalk, a question from Olivier in Brussels. 90 million tons of food are thrown away each year in the European Union. What can we do in our daily lives to prevent food waste?
What can I do as a consumer to limit this waste, knowing that it can also happen further up the retail chain? Well, first of all, to avoid impulse purchases at the supermarket, don't go grocery shopping when you're hungry. Make a list and try to stick to it. When you're buying fresh food, like meat, that you plan to eat right away or the next day, there's no point choosing a product with a long-running expiration date. Don't discard fruit and vegetable with imperfections or odd shapes. They're perfectly fine to eat. It's always preferable to buy food in bulk, because that way you can choose exactly the amount that you plan to eat. Once you get home, organize your fridge properly. For instance, meat and fish must be stored in the coldest part to be well preserved. Apply a first-in, first-out rule, which means eating first what has been in the fridge the longest. When you cook at home and you have leftovers you won't be able to eat the next day, freeze them immediately. One last tip, don't confuse the best before date with the stricter use by date. For example, you can still eat biscuits even past their best by date. When you eat out in a restaurant, don't be afraid to ask for the leftovers in a doggy bag. And if you're organizing a party with a big meal, try to find out in advance if you'll be able to give any leftovers to a charity.
If you want to ask a question, go to the Euronews website or our social media pages.